First day in pads, there was some popping. Some guys were flying around. I said this the other day. I love the effort. I love the attitude. I'm not real fond of the execution at this point. We spent our day going backwards as an offense because we couldn't get a snap, whether it was inside drill or team. And you realize that you're wasting everybody's time when you can't, get a snap. That we've got a long way to go with our centers, with our backfield action, with our timing, getting the product to where it's polished enough. But finishing up with a little hoot and holler drill at the end, a little 3-on-3, some contact, guys getting excited about it. That's what spring is all about, is guys getting better fundamentally and making sure that we can put it together. So some good things and some bad things. When we did there for a stretch, we got on a little run offensively and got some snaps and were able to move the ball. But every positive play on defense, you kind of say, oh no, that was our offense. And every touchdown, you go, yeah, that was our defense we just scored against. So it's hard in the spring, but I do like the attitude and the way they're working. But we got a long way to go. That's hard right now just because you're putting in so much and you're installing so much. I do think there's some guys with some talent out here, and I'm seeing 5 or 6 receivers that are really showing some flashes, but we still got to get better fundamentally, and we got to get to where we can do all the little things the right way. I think we're going to be able to take a handful of guys by the end of spring and have a pretty good nucleus, but I keep using that analogy. We're putting that puzzle together. Right now, we don't have the corners in. Not only are we not done with the sides, so we have no idea what the picture is going to look like at this point. It's still early, but there are, obviously some of the senior defensive linemen are impressive with all the experience that they have. I like what Schrang and Feed are doing at linebacker, 2 older guys that have been there a little bit. I like what a couple of the offensive linemen are doing, stepping in, but I said nobody at this point is just jumping off the table at me because everybody right now is just thinking so much and installing our offense and defense. Well, the thing that was hard for me today, and the biggest thing I saw today, was the ball being snapped over the quarterback's head. Now I may go back and watch the film and see the right guard picked his guy up and took him down the field and, did a great job, but all I really saw out here on the field was the ball being snapped, the execution of what we were trying to get done. So I think being able to evaluate the film and watch everybody, I think fundamentally we're a long way away. Fundamentally, you can tell we have a lot of guys that haven't played, and that doesn't have anything to do with talent. That's just coming along fundamentally as a football player, but I think we got to get a lot better fundamentally on both sides of the ball. Well, that was what a lot of the circuit drills and the winter workouts and what we were doing is to get them a little bit in better shape, but it's hard to get in football shape. It's hard to get in pad shape, and all of a sudden you go out there and guys are leaning on each other at 330 pounds up front. It's hard to get in shape for that, and I got to go 6 or 8 plays in a row. Guys are going to get tired, but we'll keep getting in better fundamental. We'll keep getting in better shape, and we'll keep getting better fundamentally, and hopefully we can continue to improve. Using that puzzle analogy, I think we're going to have a pretty good nucleus from what I've seen for the edges of this puzzle, but it's probably going to be till fall till we can really put this picture together, till we can see how good a football team that we can be. Well, and that's very Shepard being the only returning starter or guy that's played of any significance, but that's why I've been encouraged with what I've seen out of Banks, and I've been encouraged with what I've seen out of Robinson, and encouraged with Graffrey, and encouraged with I've seen enough flashes in what I saw out here today to say, he has a chance. He has a chance. Now, putting it all together and making the 5 beat as one heartbeat, we're surely a long way from there. And when we can get Shepard back into this picture and see what that looks like, when Kano comes back and we have a chance to see him, when Tevin King comes back, all those are things that are going to help formulate this picture and this puzzle right now. The linebackers, both Villamez and Johnson, I think, or Thomason, I think having both of those guys here is huge for their development, and it's huge for us as a football team right now, because I think they're both going to help this football team this year from what I've seen so far. Paul Turner's a talent. That's pretty evident by watching him out here today. I think Mitchell Bell, when you watch him for a play, he's got a chance to be very talented. We just don't have the conditioning yet to watch him for 6 or 7 plays just yet. So, or two, exactly. So we still got a ways to go, but when you watch the flashes of his foot speed and his quickness, I think when he gets in shape, he has a chance to be a really good football player. So I think there's some talent in those 5 guys, and I think they're all going to be great additions. We got to learn what we're doing on offense and defense right now.